Okay. Paper number 4. Today we are discussing about paper number 4. Can you hear me clearly? Any other disturbances?
No, madam, clear.
Okay. Okay. Others will take reports. So this is paper number 4. And essay paper. Essay paper. And there are 4 structured essay questions and 2 essay questions. Here I have drawn the diagrams regarding your essay papers, and I have already sent the marking scheme. So we will start now. Initially, you can draw the diagram according to this diagram, and I have attached the resource book diagram also. So we will label. Okay, initially label this one. Okay. Number 1 represents hair. Okay, number 1 represents the hair. And number 2, erector pili muscle. Number 3, sebaceous gland. Number 4, sweet gland. Number 5, nerve fibers. And number 6, blood vessels. Okay, then second diagram, male reproductive system. Number 1, ureter. This is the ureter. And number 2 is the bladder, ureter, bladder, and seminal vesicles, ejaculatory duct. Sorry, seminal vesicles. This is the ejaculatory duct. Number 5 is the ejaculatory duct, and number 4 vas deferens, and 8 urethra. Number 9 penis, and this is the testis, scrotum, epididymis, and this is there are 3 there are 3 associatory glands regarding the male reproductive system. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. This is the anus, and this is the backbone, and this is the rectum. Okay. This is called as, this gland called as bulbourethral gland, and here seminal vesicles, and this is the prostrate gland. Number 7 is the prostrate gland. Okay. Okay. That's all about the essay questions, diagrams of essay questions. Now we are moving on to the structured essay questions. Structured essay questions. Please let me know you have any other disturbances, sound disturbances. Okay. Question number 1. Write 4 major properties of water to maintain life on Earth. Write 4 major properties of water to maintain life on Earth. First one is cohesive behavior. Okay, cohesive behavior. It is occurring due to the hydrogen bonds between water molecules. Okay, first one is the cohesive behavior. Second one, ability to moderate temperature. Ability to moderate temperature. Third one, expansion upon freezing. Expansion upon freezing. Fourth one, versatility as a solvent. Versatility as a solvent. 4 points. Okay, 4 points. Write common molecular formula of carbohydrates. CxH2OY. Write common molecular formula of carbohydrates. CxH2OY. 5 points. 5 points. Give 2 examples for aldose sugars. Okay. When we are talking about monosaccharides, actually hexose sugars, you know there are 3 hexose sugars: glucose, galactose, and fructose. Okay, there are 3, 3 hexose sugars. Okay, we can categorize these hexose sugars according to its carbonyl group of the molecule. If it is an aldehyde, then we call as aldose sugars. Okay, example is glucose and galactose. If its carbonyl group is a ketone, we call as ketose sugars. Fructose is the example. Okay, fructose is the example. Give 2 examples for aldose sugars: glucose and galactose. So 2 into 2, you can take 4 points, 4 marks. And state the nitrogen containing polysaccharide. Nitrogen containing polysaccharide means very common polysaccharide, chitin. It is the chitin. State the nitrogen containing polysaccharide. You have to write chitin. And give 2 positions that is presented in organisms. Give 2 positions. First one is fungi cell wall. Second one is exoskeleton of arthropods. There are 3 points, including chitin and 2 positions, 3 points. Therefore, you can take 3 marks. And give 2 lipid types which are contributing to maintain the fluid mosaic nature of plasma membrane. Okay, the main lipid of the plasma membrane is phospholipids, but there is another lipid which is contributing to make the fluid mosaic theory in plasma membrane. This is the phospholipid bilayer. Some proteins are embedded into the phospholipid bilayer. Between these phospholipid bilayers, we can see another types of lipids we called as cholesterol. Therefore, 2 lipids should be there. First one is phospholipids. Second one is cholesterol. 2 points. Okay. A is finished. Then B. 1. Write the elemental composition of proteins. You have to know about the elemental composition in main 4 organic compounds: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Okay, nucleic acids. In both carbohydrates and lipids, the elemental composition is CHO. But lipids, what is the difference between carbohydrates and lipids? Their HO ratio is different. Okay, HO ratio is different between carbohydrates and lipids. Protein elemental composition is CHONS. Here, nucleic acids, both DNA and RNA, elemental composition is CHONP. Okay, CHONP. 5 points should be there. 5 points. Draw the structure of an amino acid and label it. You can draw a common amino acid. Here in the center, there is an asymmetrical carbon we called as alpha carbon, hydrogen atom, then C COOH group should be there and NH group, then R group. Okay. Draw the amino acid. Okay, that's enough. Then we have to label it. This is the carboxylic group. Hydrogen atom. Amine group. And alkyl group. Okay, that's enough. 5 points. You can take 5 points. You can take 5 points. Okay. Write the 4 major types of proteins. Primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary structure, and quaternary structure. Okay. Primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. 4 points. You can take 4 points. What do you mean by the denaturation of proteins? Denaturation. You have to define it. Okay. The loss of specific chemical. The loss of specific chemical, three-dimensional. The loss of specific chemical three-dimensional shape due to the alternation of weak chemical bonds. Alternation of weak chemical bonds and interactions. Okay. Then loss of specific chemical three-dimensional nature. Loss specific chemical and three-dimensional shape. Three-dimensional shape due to the alternation of weak chemical bonds and interactions. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points should be included. 8 points. Write 4 agents affecting the denaturation of proteins. Very common questions. Okay. First one, high temperature and high energy radiation. First one, high temperature and high energy radiation. Second one, can you hear me?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Write 4 agents affecting the denaturation of proteins. First one is the high temperature and high energy radiation. High temperature and high energy radiation. Second one is strong acids, alkaline and high concentration of salts. Strong acids, alkaline and high concentration of salts. Third one, heavy metals and organic solvents and detergents. Organic solvents and detergents. 4 points should be there. Write 2 storage proteins, casein and ovalbumin. Casein and ovalbumin. 2 into 2, 4 points. You can take 4 points for this. Okay, casein and ovalbumin. Write 2 functions of DNA. Write 2 functions of DNA. First one, store and transmit genetic information. Store and transmit genetic information. Store and transmit genetic information from one generation to the next generation. store and transmit genetic information from one generation to the next. Okay? Store and transmit genetic information from one generation to the next. Second one is store genetic information for protein synthesis. Okay, store genetic information for protein synthesis. Right, 4 types of nucleotides. Here you can take 2 points. 2 points. Write 4 types of nucleotides other than those found in nucleic acids. ATP, NAD, NADP plus and FA. Okay. ATP, NAD, NADP plus and FAD. 4 points. You can take 4 points. Right? Write the 3 ideas of cell theory. Cell theory. Schwann and Schleiden was introduced the cell theory. I asked, what are the 3 ideas of cell theory? First one, all organisms composed of one or more cells. That means unicellular or multicellular. No need these ones, but for your knowledge, okay? More cells means multicellular. Okay? All organisms composed of one or more cells, unicellular, that means unicellular, multicellular. Second one, the basic structural and functional. The basic structural and functional unit of the organism is cell. All organisms are composed of one or more cells. Basic structural and functional unit of the organism is cell. Third one, all cells arise from pre-existing cells. Pre-existing cells. Here, this is the cell division. Okay, cell division. Okay, so you can take 3 points into 2 is 6 points. Okay, 6 points. State 5 functions of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. There are so many questions regarding the functions of smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, as well as Golgi apparatus. So you have to differentiate each functions. Okay. Here I ask, what are the functions? What are the 5 functions of SER or smooth endoplasmic reticulum? First one, synthesis lipids. Synthesis lipids, including oils and steroids. Synthesize lipids, including oils and steroids. Oils and steroids, as well as phospholipids. Synthesize lipids, including oils, steroids, and phospholipids. Second one, metabolism of carbohydrates. Metabolism of carbohydrates. Third one, produce transport vesicles to transport within cells. Transport within cells. involves in the detoxification. Involves in the detoxification. Fifth one, storing calcium 2 plus ions. Storing calcium 2 plus ions. 5 into 2, 10 points. 10 points. What are the functions of peroxisomes? What are the functions of peroxisome? There are two, actually peroxisomes are included into the microbodies. There are two types of microbodies in our cells. First one is the glycosome. Second one is peroxisome. Here, peroxisome. I asked what are the functions of peroxisomes. First one, detoxification. First one is detoxification of peroxide. Peroxides, okay? Peroxisomes detoxify peroxides, okay? Peroxides like H2O2, H2O2 into H2O plus O2, okay? Detoxification of peroxides. Second one is photorespiration. Detoxification and photorespiration is, you know, photorespiration is happening in C3 plants. C3 plants. We cannot see photorespiration in C4 plants. It is an adaptation. 2 into 2, 4 points. 4 points. Okay. Write the main proteins of the cytoskeleton with their specific protein subunits. Here, no need specific protein subunits. Write only the main proteins of cytoskeleton. First one is filaments. So, first one is microtubules. Microtubules. Second one, microfilaments or actin filaments. Microfilaments or actin filaments. Third one, intermediate filaments. 3 points. Right, and another name for the desmosome junction, anchor junction. Anchor junction. Here, 5 points should be there. What is the importance of the mitotic division? You have to state all 4 importance of mitotic division. Mitotic division. First one is maintains the genetic stability. Maintain genetic stability. Genetic stability. Second one, growth and development. Growth and development. Third one, cell repair, regrowth, and regeneration. Okay, cell repair, regrowth, and replacement and regeneration. 4, asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. 4 points. You can take 4 points. Write the importance of the mitotic division. What are the importance? First one, maintains the constant number of chromosomes through generations in sexually reproducing species, sexually reproducing species, maintains the constant number of chromosomes through generations in sexually reproducing species. Second one, produces new genetic variations. Are you there? Hello, are you there? Okay. Okay, can you please switch on your camera? I think it is too much better. Can? Is it possible? No. Can you understand Sinhala? Shaunath, can you understand Sinhala? No? Ah, okay. 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 Ask me any questions, okay? You can type or you can take the raise hand option. Anything. You can switch on your mic also. You can disturb me, okay? What is the importance of mitotic division? First one, maintains the constant number of chromosomes through generations in sexually reproducing species. Second one is produces new genetic variations. Producing new genetic variations leading to evolution. Leading to evolution. Third one, genetic variations occurs. Genetic variation occurs due to crossing over recombination and independent assortment. Crossing over, recombination and independent assortment. What is the importance of mitotic division? Maintains the constant number of chromosomes through generations in sexually reproducing species. Okay. Genetic variations occurs due to crossing over, recombination and independent assortment. What do you mean by the metastasis of a cancer? Okay, you have to do a deep study on balls, tumor and cancers. Okay, which are in the second lesson, cellular basis part. Okay, cellular chemical basis. Cellular basis part, there is a topic, balls, tumor and cancers. Actually, is a newly introduced topic to your syllabus. Therefore, please do a deep study on this part. Okay. What do you mean by the metastasis of a cancer? Spread of cancer cells. Spread of cancer cells to locations. Spread of cancer cells to locations. Distance from their original site is the metastasis. Spread of cancer cells to locations distant from their original sites. 2 points. So question number 1 is finished. 100 marks should be there. Okay, 100 marks. Second one, write the main parts of nucleotides. Write the main parts. No need to row. First one is the pentose sugar. Second one is the adenine base. Next, phosphate group. Okay. This is the ATP producing nucleotide group. Here, first one is pentose sugar. Ribose sugar, you can directly say ribose sugar. Adenine, adenosine triphosphate. Now, ATP means adenosine triphosphate. ATP is there are 3 phosphate groups and there are 2 high energy groups. Okay, but here I ask what are the main parts of ATP producing nucleotide. First one, ribose sugar, adenine base and phosphate group. Adenine base and phosphate group. 3 into 2, 6 points. 6 points. Right? 3 inorganic cofactors. Right? 3 inorganic cofactors that is affecting to the action of coenzymes. Copper 2 plus, iron 2 plus and zinc 4 plus. Okay, copper, iron and zinc 2 plus ions. 2 into 3 into 4, 6 points. Here 3 into 2, 6 points. What are the main steps of aerobic respiration? First one is glycolysis. Second one is the pyruvate oxidation. First one is glycolysis. Glycolysis is common for both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. First one is the glycolysis. Second one is the pyruvate oxidation and citric acid cycle. Pyruvate oxidation and citric acid cycle, also known as Krebs cycle, because it is introduced by the Krebs. Okay, that is why it is called as the Krebs cycle. Pyruvate oxidation and citric acid cycle. Third one, oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation or electron transport chain. Electron transport chain. 6 points. Write the common name. Okay, common name of an ethyl alcohol fermentative fungi. Common name is yeast. If it is asked what is the scientific name, it should be Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Okay, the common name is, this is the common name. This is the scientific name. Okay, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Common name is yeast. 3 points. 3 points for this name. Then, who is the final electron acceptor of ethyl alcohol fermentation? Is it an organic compound or inorganic compound? The product is acetaldehyde. It is organic compound. Okay, 3, 6 points. Okay, 3 plus 3 means 6. What are the RQ values? RQ values for carbohydrates, carbs 1.0, then the lipids of fats it is 0.7, proteins it is 0.8. Okay, RQ values for සිග්නල් ඉෂුව එකක්ද දන්නේ නැහැ නේද? අර ලියුණානේ. ලියු වෙලා මම පස්සේ දැක්කේ. ආය රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් දෙන්න පුළුවන් කියලා අහලා තියෙනවා. Okay. Okay, we will continue. Carbohydrates 1.0, lipids 0.7, protein 0.8. 3 points. Okay, write the main principles of Lamarck theory. Write the main principles of Lamarck theory. First one is use and disuse. Use and disuse. Second one is inheritance of acquired characteristics. Okay. 6 points. Write the modern classification hierarchy. Who introduced the modern classification hierarchy? Actually, the modern classification hierarchy based on the natural classification. So, which is introduced by the Carl Woos. So, I asked, what are the write the modern classification hierarchy in the direction of increasing the common features. Increasing the common features. Then first one, domain, then kingdom, then phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Okay? The common features, common characteristics are increasing into this way and number of individuals are increased into this way. 8 points should be there. Write an examples for a red algae, Gelidium. Gelidium species. Gelidium. Write an example for a homosporic vascular plant. Can you remember the plant classification? මොකක්ද ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් අහන්න. මම හිතන්නේ අනිත් අය රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් ඔක්කොම ගන්නෙ. මොනවද ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
No, madam.
හරි. කරේ නෑනේ පේපර් එකනේ.
කරේ නෑ madam.
හරි. ඔයා දැන් මොකක් හරි මේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එකකට දාගෙන දින්නේ නැත්තම්?
ඔව් මේ කියන්නේ තව ඩිවයිස් එකක් තියෙනවා ඒකෙන් ලියන්න පුළුවන්.
හරි. හරි. මේ ඒ කියන්නේ අවශ්‍ය නම් ලියු වෙලා රෙකෝඩින් එක ගන්න එක මට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. මම කොහොමද රෙකෝඩින් එක කරනවා. ඔයාට ඒ කියන්නේ තේරුමක් නැත්තම් පේපර් එක කරන්න නැතුව ඒක ලීව් වෙන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ.
මෙහෙමත් අවුලක් නෑ මට.
මොකද?
මෙහෙමත් අවුලක් නෑ ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ.
හරි.
මේක විදියක් කරා.
ඒ කියන්නේ ගොඩක් අයට මේ වෙලාව ඇත්තටම අර ඉන්න බෑ කියලා කිව්ව නිසා මේ එයාලට රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් ගන්න කියලා කිව්වේ. හරි. කොහොම හරි කමක් නෑ. මේ අපි ලාස්ට් වීක් MCQ පේපර් එකනේ කරේ. එතකොට ඒකේ ලකුණුයි මේකේ ඒවයි එකතු කරන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට තමයි බලන්න වෙන්නේ කොහොමද ග්‍රේඩ් එක කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ දැන් මේකේ තියෙන මේ එක පාර්ට් තියෙනවනේ දැන් මෙතන ගත්තොත් part B එක ගත්තොත් lesson 3 වලින් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒකට kingdom fungi, kingdom protista, ඊට පස්සේ kingdom plantae ඒ වගේ. ඒකට ඒවත් එක්ක ඒ කියන්නේ යන්නේ specific topics ගිහලා බලන්න මේ කියන්නේ පොතේ ඒ දවස්වල ඒ ටික ඉවර කරගන්න. දැන් එතන essay තියෙන දෙක විශේෂයෙන්ම දැන් අහලා තියෙනනේ මොනවාද අන්තිමට moist heat sterilization microbiology වල ඒ specific areas හොඳට cover වෙනකම් බලන්න. ඒ වැඩ ටික එතනින් ඉවර කරලා දැන් ඒ විදිහට පාඩම ටික ටික ඉවර කරගෙන යන්න. හරි. දැන් මෙතනත් අපි ගොඩක් කතා කරානේ second lesson එකේ. ඒක ඉතින් කොහොමද common හැම තිස්සෙම ප්‍රශ්න එනවා නේද second lesson එක. cellular chemical basis. ඊට පස්සේ third lesson එක fifth lesson එක ඒ විදිහට ඉවර කරගන්න මේක. හරි. Can you remember the plant classification? Plant classification, we can categorize mainly plants into two groups: vascular, non-vascular plants and vascular plants. Okay, non-vascular plants commonly we called as bryophytes. Okay, this is the common name, but there are three phylums. There are three phylums. Non-vascular means absence of the vascular system. Here, vascular system is present. Xylem and phloem. Vascular systems are there. Okay, those are the higher plants. Those are the primitive plants. Here, there are three phylums. First one is phylum Bryophyta. Second one is Yatiyanthota. I cannot remember at that time. Phylum. Okay, search Bryophyta, Yatiyanthota. Anthocerophyta. Example is the Anthocerus. Okay. Onwards, then vascular plants, then again categorized into four: seedless and seed plants and seedless plants. Okay. There are two phylums in seedless plants. Phylum Lycophyta. There are two examples for Lycophyta in your syllabus. First one is Lycopodium species. Second one is Selaginella species. This is the first phylum. Second phylum is phylum Cherophyta. Okay. Example is Metrolepis. Here, Organatum, Markentia, Organatum and Mosses. Here, Markentia and the species. And seed plants again categorizing into gymnosperms and angiosperms or flowering plants. Okay, gymnosperms mean open seed. Open seed, that means naked seeds or open seeds. Here the seed is enclosed by a fruit, but here seeds are exposed to the outer environment. That means they are naked seeds. We call it as naked seeds or open seeds. There are three phylums in gymnosperms. Phylum Cycadophyta. Example is Cycas or Cetus. Second one, phylum Coniferophyta. Example is Pinus. Third one, phylum Neotophyta. Neota means the example. Okay, then angiosperms can be divided into two classes: class Monocotyledone and dicot. Monocotyledone and dicotyledone. Here, we are talking about this region of from phylum Lycophyta. Only Lycopodium is homosporous. That means their spores are their external appearance is same, but genetically they are differ, but they are similar to appearance of these spores are similar to each other. But here Selaginella microspores and megaspores are there. Therefore, we can say it is heterosporous. Here, homosporous. External appearance is same, but here microspore and megaspore. Nephropis is also homosporous. Okay, write an example for a homosporic vascular plant. Homosporic vascular plant, Lycopodium. And also Nephropis can be considered. Okay, Nephropis or Lycopodium. What is the phylum of mosses? Phylum Bryophyta. Okay, mosses and Gorgonatum, phylum Bryophyta. For Lycopodium, you can take 3 points. Gelidium 3 points. Bryophyta 3 points. Okay, see, right? 6 characteristic features of meristematic tissues. 6 characteristic features. Okay, there is another categorization. When we are talking about plant tissues, according to their meristematic ability, okay, cannot. Some cells are, okay, once a new cell is forming, okay, once a new cell has formed by cell division, there are 2 daughter cells, okay, from the mitotic division. This particular cell has 2 chances, 2 opportunities, 2 options, okay. One is continue its meristematic ability and produce new daughter cells, and some cells are differentiated into a particular function, specific function. Those are called as differentiated or permanent cells. Permanent cells. The tissue is then permanent tissues. Those are non-differentiated cells or meristematic cells. Okay, according to that, plant tissues can be categorized into 2. First one, non-differentiated tissues. Second one is differentiated tissues. Okay, non-differentiated tissues and differentiated tissues. Differentiated tissues are also known as permanent tissues. Okay? Permanent tissues. Non-differentiated tissues are meristums. The tissue, we can say meristums. Cells of the meristem, we can say meristematic cells. There are 3 types of meristematic cells. Tissues: apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. Not intracalary, it should intercalary meristem. Apical meristem related to the primary growth of the plant. Okay, that means increasing of the plant height or the length. The lateral meristems are involved in the secondary growth of the tree. That means increasement of its width or the diameter. Okay, you know, in the lateral meristems, when it's secondary growth, the lateral meristem produces cambiums. 2 types of cambiums, vascular cambium and fork cambium. Okay, so that means this intercalary meristem, we can say at the nodes of some grasses. Okay, so apical meristem and lateral meristem are the key players of plant growth. So apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem, these all 3 types of cells have meristematic ability, dividing ability. Okay, divide. Then non-dividing. Non-dividing. Non-dividing cells, permanent cells or differentiated cells can be categorized again into two. They are differentiated, simple permanent and complex permanent. Okay, complex permanent or simple differentiated cell tissues, complex differentiated. I erase this. There are three types of simple permanent cells: parenchyma cells, collenchyma cells, and sclerenchyma cells. Okay, parenchyma cells, collenchyma cells, and sclerenchyma cells. Complex permanent tissues, three types. First one is xylem tissue. Second one is phloem tissue. Third one is the epidermis. Okay, xylem tissue, phloem tissue, and epidermis. Those are the complex permanent tissue. Okay, when we are talking about the differentiated cells, we have to think about three tissue systems like our circulatory system, reproductive system, and everything. Like our systems, plants also have some systems. Okay, there are three tissue systems in plant bodies. First one is ground tissue system. That means it fills the gap between the dermal tissue and other tissue systems. Okay, there are three types. Actually, we are talking about these three tissue systems under these differentiated cells. First one is ground tissue system. Second one is the vascular tissue system. Third one is dermal tissue system. Okay, dermal tissue system. Okay, ground tissue system represents this ground tissue system. Okay, when we take a cross section of a root stem between epidermis or the dermal tissue system can be seen at the outmost layer. Okay, this is the ground tissue system that gives the epidermis. If it is a secondary grown plant, we can make periderm. And at the center, we can see xylem and phloem. It is the vascular tissue system. Between the vascular tissue system and dermal tissue system, sorry, this is dermal tissue system. Dermal tissue system. Okay, between dermal tissue system and vascular tissue system, we can see the ground tissue system actually fills the gap between the dermal tissue system and vascular tissue system. Epidermis, it is actually an uncommon one, but it's a complex permanent tissue or differentiated permanent tissue because the difference between simple permanent and complex permanent, all are specialized cells. That means all are differentiated cells. They haven't, both simple permanent and complex permanent cells haven't the dividing ability or meristematic ability. Or actually they are differentiated. That means they have to forget the dividing ability. Okay, they have no dividing ability. So what is the difference between simple permanent or simple differentiated and complex differentiated? Here, the tissue, particular tissue is made up of only one type of cells. Okay, parenchyma cells means parenchyma tissue means parenchyma tissue contains only parenchyma cells. Collenchyma tissue contains only collenchyma. Sclerenchyma means only sclerenchyma, only one type of cells. Okay? One type of cells composed of only one type of cells. Here, complex permanent tissues contains more than one type of cells. Okay, more than one type of cells. You can see xylem tissue and phloem tissue, there are 4 major types of cells. See here, CO tube elements, companion cells, parenchyma cells, fiber cells. Here, xylem elements, tracheids, vessel element cells, tracheids, and parenchyma cells and fibers. No? So epidermis also have more than one types of cells. You know, if this is epidermal cells, there are some modifications. Like stomata producing cells, we call as guard cells. Okay, guard cells, and in a root we can say unicellular outer growth root hairs, as well as some another projections in the shoot system, some trichomes, okay, some multicellular one, trichomes, here guard cells and root hairs. There are some different cells, different types of cells. The reticular tissue is composed of more than one types of cells. That is why it is called as a complex. It is called as permanent, complex permanent tissue, xylem tissue, permeation, epidermis. Okay. So, write 6 characteristic features of meristematic tissue. For considering as a meristematic cell, like can you remember in first lesson we are talking about 7 characteristics of living organisms. For considering as a living organism, we have to fulfill all 7 characteristics. Okay, that is why viruses. එකනේ අපිට virus කියන්නේ මේ living ද non living ද කියලා differentiate කරන්න බැරි. සමහර living characteristics යාගේ තියෙනවා reproduction වගේ. හැබැයි සමහර living characteristics නැහැ. Absence. Therefore, we cannot consider viruses as a living organism. For considering as a living organism, we have to fulfill all 7 characteristics. Like that, for considering as a meristematic cells, there should be 7 characteristics. All 7 characteristics should be there. Okay, first one, they are living cells. You can write they are living cells. And second, they are isodiametric or roughly spherical. All are living cells. Isodiametric, roughly spherical cells. And structurally and functionally undifferentiated. Structurally and functionally undifferentiated. Have a central nucleus. Have a dense cytoplasm. Have an ability to multiply. 6 into 4. Okay, 12 marks. Write 3 locations of steroid cells in plant bodies. Steroids are included into the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma can be 2 types: fiber cells and sclerites. Okay, fiber cells and sclerites. Sclerites. First one is nutshells. Sclerites. Nutshells, seed pods, and flesh or pores. Nutshells, seed pods, flesh or pores, fruits. 3 into 4, 6 points. Okay, write 4 short distance transporting methods. Short distance transporting methods. Okay. When we are considering the water and minerals transport inside a plant body, we have to think about both active transport and inactive transport. Okay, active transport and inactive transport. Most of the time, water is absorbed through this inactive transport because that means no need energy. Okay, no need ATP. But in active transport, it needs ATP, especially in ionic transport. Okay, ion transport. මේ හරියදී අපිට ඒ කියන්නේ xylem and phloem, both xylem and phloem ගැන කතා කරනකොට plants වල transport ගැන කතා කරනකොට water and mineral transport කතා කරනකොට water and mineral we have to think about main three topics. First one is the absorption. Okay, පාඩම් කරනකොට මේ කියන්නේ මෙහෙම categorize මේ විදිහට බලන්න. First one is the absorption. Absorption means you know, if this is the epidermis, root epidermis, if this is the root hair, here there are some soil particles. Okay. Particle, यानी power cut के रखा हो. बड़े मुआये तेज दिखेला. हाँ यार ना है. मम्मी का कट कराना दे मुनो.
හරි मैडम. ඔව් ප්‍රශ්නයක්
මම
නැහැ.
අපහු ඊටු ටික රෙකෝඩ් කරලා දාන්න. දැන්
Okay,
අපරාධන
ma'am.
බලන් ඉන්න එක.
ඔව්.
හරි, thank you.
Thank you, madam.
හරි හරි.